A pearl forms when a foreign object enters the shell of a living mollusk. To protect its soft body from irritation, the animal coats the intruder with layers of iridescent nacre. Most pearls today are cultured pearls. They can be round, oval, or like Mabe pearls, semi-spherical. Pearl cultivation started in 13th century China, when people realized they could put foreign objects inside mollusks to encourage nacre growth. It's the mollusk species and its home waters that determine the pearl's shape and color. Fake pearls have an unnaturally smooth surface. Natural pearls are slightly gritty and very delicate. Even gentle rubbing can remove the precious nacre layer. Mabe pearls are flat-bottomed, semi-spherical cultured pearls. They grow attached to the inner shell of a pearl oyster when a foreign object is implanted in the shell. In the nursery, oysters start their lives as tiny larvae. When the larvae are big enough, they can be released outside in the pearl culturing farm. The farm is actually a big raft structure that floats on the sea. Oyster larvae naturally attach themselves to natural or man-made structures, at which point they start growing their shell. This net acts as a trap for the developing oysters. Juveniles are moved to underwater cages, where they will grow for several months. The oyster on the right is about 6 months old. In another 6 months, it will be large enough to start growing a pearl suspended on ropes underwater. To grow a pearl, each oyster must first receive a plastic nucleus. Workers use wedges and speculums to keep the shells open as they work. They gently move the animal to the side, looking for a suitable position for the nucleus implantation. The nucleus size depends on the size of the oyster. Following implantation, the oyster will start secreting nacre over the surface of the nucleus. Workers drill a hole in the oyster's hinge. This does not hurt the animal. They fasten each shell to a rope using stainless steel wire. Each rope holds between 3 and 5 oysters. They fasten those ropes to the raft structure. Oysters will spend at least another year underwater, feeding on plankton and growing the pearl. Every 2 or 3 months, they remove the oysters from the water to clean them. Tropical waters are rich in food and teeming with life, so each oyster becomes a microhabitat for smaller plants and animals. These organisms could prevent the oyster shell from opening and closing freely, hampering its feeding. Using a cleaver knife, they eliminate the thick crust of sea moss, barnacles, and other marine organisms. Once the oysters have grown to a suitable size, it's time to harvest the pearls. Using a thin paring knife, she opens the oysters and removes the animals from their shells. Mabe pearls are most often used in certain rings or earrings, where their dome shape is desirable. Using a diamond saw, they cut the shell around the pearl. After cutting, the nucleus will be removed and replaced with a mixture of resin to improve strength and luster. They use a grinding machine to shape the pearl. Then they polish it to enhance its natural beauty. Jewelers working with pearls arrange them according to size and quality. This artisan is creating a tiara for an international beauty pageant. She uses a magnifying glass to control the quality of the various gemstones and pearls. For other jewelry pieces, they use spherical pearls, such as this South Sea pearl. They insert a miniature screw in the hole. That screw is endowed with a proprietary double lock system which secures the pearl in its setting. The pearl farmers have been growing pearls for 3 generations. Today, they farm 3 species of oysters and produce a total of about 25,000 pearls every year. Even though cultured pearls require human intervention, they are all real pearls. Their color, luster, and shape may vary slightly, but each pearl is unique and naturally beautiful.